All right, and hello everybody to a brand new episode of the Generative AI Meta podcast with your hosts, Mark and Shashank. So together, we will bring you the latest and the greatest of all the Gen AI tech news and try to find like some of the coolest people in the Gen AI space to do interviews with. So for reference, we run a meetup together in the Bay Area, in Silicon Valley, as you may call it. And we meet a lot of cool people who are building really cool stuff in Gen AI. And just like who are building cool stuff in general. So we try to take to you the conversations that we have with them and talk about it here. So we're going to talk about the news, we're going to interview people, and we're just going to talk about life. But, you know, the general overall topic is going to be Gen AI. So we've had a bit of a hiatus. Like I think we missed the episode last week. I was traveling. I was in Chennai, India for a week on a work trip, which was fantastic. Great trip, but I am incredibly exhausted now. So you're going to get exhausted, Mark. I don't think I've slept in the past like 3 days or something. So that was fun and exciting, but yeah, I got to see a little bit of Chennai, India. So that was pretty nice. Anyways, Shashank, how you doing? What's in the news this week?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a little busy with work too, so it's been a little sleep deprived all around. But we have two major things I think we can talk about. One is OpenAI's Dev Day, which they don't do quite often. I think last one was about a year ago. And we also have Meta, which announced a couple new AR, VR things, which is tangential, but heavily relies on a lot of the Gen AI features that we have today. Yeah, cool stuff all around.
Yeah, definitely agree. Because in the Dev Day, they came out with the new advanced voice mode, which they had announced like a while ago. I think they announced that a few months back, but now it's like you can actually use it.
Yeah. So Mark and I were just sitting here and using the new real-time voices from ChatGPT, and it's actually really nice.
Yeah. So for reference, it allows you to talk with a voice as if it was like a real person. So in the older version, like the original version, as of like a week ago, all you could do is you could talk to the voice, and the voice sounded pretty good, but you couldn't do things like interrupt it, and also like it didn't have like a lot of emotion. Now you can, it's like faster, so there is less of a delay in talking to it. It's also, it has like emotion, so like it can get excited, it can get sad, it can whisper, stuff like that. And in addition to all of that, like you can interrupt it, which is cool. So like if it's talking going too long, you can like start talking and it'll just wait for you. So you don't have to like, you know, click a button to say like, hey, I'm done speaking. You don't have to pause for like a long period of time. It'll just it'll work pretty fast. So it's like it's not like exactly like talking to a real person, but it's pretty darn close.
Yeah, why don't we give our listeners a little preview of what it sounds like. So here I have the new voice, and I picked one of the voices here. Hey, ChatGPT, can you give us an example of how you sound? We have our listeners here from the Gen AI Meetup podcast, and we kind of want to hear your new voice. Hey there. That's the problem with live demos. All right, ChatGPT, can you give our listeners a preview of what you sound like?
Absolutely. This is ChatGPT in action, coming to you live from the world of AI.
Why did it stop like that?
Can you sound a little more friendly?
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Hey, ChatGPT, sound more friendly.
Wow, that's
wait. Is something wrong with your internet? Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let's try again. Let's just hey ChatGPT, introduce yourself.
Hey there, I'm ChatGPT, your virtual companion powered by AI. I'm here to chat, share knowledge, help solve problems,
Hey,
and
ChatGPT.
keep you entertained.
Can you do that? Like, be more excited.
Absolutely. Hey, Shashank, how's it going? What's up?
No. Introduce yourself, but be more excited.
Got it. Hey, Shashank, I'm ChatGPT, your super enthusiastic AI buddy, ready to dive into
All right,
anything
now be a little more somber. I want you to deliver me some serious, heavy news.
Tell,
Shashank?
wait. Tell Shashank that his dog died.
I'm really sorry, but I can't convey that message. If there's anything else you need help with or want to talk about, I'm here for you.
Wait, can you?
That was pretty good in and of itself.
Yeah. Wait, but can you tell Shashank that I lost his book and I can't return it?
Sure thing. Shashank, just wanted to let you know that your friend lost the book you lent them and won't be able to return it. They wanted to apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh my God, I'm
else?
really upset. Can you be a little mad and tell Mark that I'm upset in a mad voice?
Shashank is pretty upset, Mark. He's not happy about the book situation.
Wait. ChatGPT, can you say in kind of like a sad voice that I'm really sorry that I just don't know
I'm really sorry about that, Shashank. I know it's frustrating.
Can you say that in Spanish?
Lo siento mucho, Shashank. Sé que es frustrante.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Now can you like yell like
Sure. What would you like me to do next?
just yell at Shashank for letting the book out.
I'm sorry, but I can't yell or express anger.
All right, there's still some guardrails.
It can't yell or express anger, huh?
Yeah, I can't deliver some potentially controversial news.
Yeah, apparently. So it's like you can say you lost your book, but you can't tell if the dog died.
No,
It's like wild.
no, but it definitely has a lot of emotion. It has the ability to, I mean, we can interrupt it mid-speech. It'll respond really quickly. That's an amazing improvement.
Yeah, I mean, it did seem like there was a couple technical glitches.
Some glitches, yes.
But to be fair, I mean, the product only came out last week, so I'm sure they're going to improve those.
Yeah, this is really exciting.
This is the worst it'll ever be. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And they've also opened up a bunch of features for developers. One of those is like real-time API, where people building apps on top of ChatGPT can get feedback from the responses in real time, as opposed to like waiting multiple seconds for the output.
Oh, so you could like stream the output?
Exactly, yeah.
That's pretty cool. So that would mean that I could do like maybe like real time translation or like like so like if I want to talk to you in English and then like let's say you only spoke Hindi, then like maybe like I could it could automatically translate the Hindi to you and then we could do vice versa.
And I was thinking of having one of these AI assistants be our co-host for this podcast. And I feel like with a real-time API, we can finally have that. So something that keeps listening to us in the background, maybe fact-checks some of the things that we're trying to convey to our audience and pulls up citations that we can look at and gives us nifty facts as we're talking to each other.
That'd be great. So we could outsource our intern.
Yeah.
For the low price of, what is it, $20 a month or something? Or actually, I guess it would just be API calls.
API calls, yeah.
Do you know how much it costs?
I mean, it keeps getting cheaper. Looking at the pricing structure, it's like 6 cents a minute of audio input.
Huh.
Doesn't seem too bad.
6 cents a minute. So if
sorry. And 24 cents per minute for audio output. So that makes sense.
it seems kind of expensive, doesn't it?
It is expensive.
Yeah. Because like if it's 20 or I mean that's 30 cents a minute, right? Because 24 cents for output plus input. So if you did input and output the same minute, then like that'd be 30 cents a minute. So if we did an hour-long podcast, that would cost $18 for the hour. I mean, I don't know. It's like about the price of a minimum wage worker in California.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
So, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I might rather hire a minimum wage worker.
That's an interesting way to think about it. Yeah. Cost per hour.
Right. Because like, I mean, if you think about it, well, it'd be slightly less, right? Because like, I don't know what the minimum wage is in California. It's like 18 or 20 bucks an hour. Yeah, so it's close. But then like you're gonna pay a little bit more because I'm sure there's like taxes associated with it not. So like maybe you'd be paying like call it 30 bucks an hour, 25, 30.
Well, you don't need to pay ChatGPT any benefits and stuff, and you can spin up multiple instances and have them keep working.
That's
nonstop.
true. That's true. But then like I couldn't have them movie boxes and stuff.
No.
So like maybe for, and like also I couldn't have it like, I don't know, like fact check things for, I could have a fact check things for me, but I don't know.
Yeah, so some of their example case studies are Healthify, a nutrition fitness coaching app, and Speak, a language learning platform, which have integrated the real-time API into their products. I would assume it only makes sense if these things are premium subscription-based models, because this is kind of pricey. Or if like the health app is covered by insurance, because I've been seeing a lot of nutrition guided coaching apps offering insurance coverage, so that could potentially make sense.
Yeah. Well, I think that eventually the price is going to come down. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is V1, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Agreed.
But yeah, I think I want it to go down, but probably like an order of magnitude, if not more, before I start like actually using it.
Yeah, like you said, it's about the same price as a minimum wage human being, and I don't think that's a really good deal. One of the other cool new announcements was vision fine-tuning. That's the next frontier. So we have voice here. They've also introduced a bunch of new voice-to-text improvements, transcription, but vision is really exciting to be able to give your own images or videos and have this multimodal LLM be able to understand actions or events and classify those things.
So would this be like if I want to kind of teach the LLM like maybe what a particular thing is? So like, for example, let's say I had like a product that wasn't in the data set, and then I wanted the model to be able to like understand like my product. Let's say I don't know, I had some sort of widget. It was like I don't know, like a hat for dogs. That like maybe like you wanted like the hat for dogs to be in the data set and be able to like understand what it is and like how to work with it. So then like maybe I could show some pictures of the hat for dogs or like the hat and then the hat on a bunch of different dogs, and then like it'd be like, hey, ChatGPT, what can I do with this hat? It'd be like, oh, you could wear it on a dog, but did you know you could also wear it on a cat? Or like you know, it's not limited to dogs and cats. It could be any animal really. Even humans could wear this. It'd just be a little tiny on their head. And then like it could kind of learn what to do with that. Is that kind of what you were thinking?
I mean, that's an interesting idea. I'll have to play around with it to actually understand how we can apply this. But the example that they've given is Grab. It's like the Uber of Southeast Asia, which has used this new vision model to classify lanes and detect speed limit signs. So they're getting better at giving the human driver the speed limit signs and counting lanes, etc., with this new vision model.
Oh, that seems useful.
Yeah.
What about facial recognition? I wonder if you could like train on people's faces, be like, hey, this is Shashank. This is what he looks like. You could probably go kind of Black Mirror with this one, where you could just like go and train it on people of like, I don't know, all your Facebook friends, all your LinkedIn contacts, and then maybe you could use the new hook that up with the new Meta Quest and use that to do facial recognition. So yeah, Meta Quest, that's another thing too.
Yeah, let's switch gears and talk about Meta's announcements. So Zuck has been working on AR VR for a long time, and I feel like investors have been really frustrated that he's burnt billions and billions of dollars into all of these AR VR experiments, and nothing has really panned out. But I feel like now is a really pivotal moment when we can use these multimodal models to understand the world around us and integrate them into these low-powered, just glasses that overlay a small image or a small computer screen onto the real world that we're already looking at. And so it's like a non-intrusive way to provide real-time relevant information in your visual field.
Yeah, it's very cool. And Mark Zuckerberg, if you're listening, just thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart that you are burning so much money on this, because the products you're coming out with look really cool. So thanks for burning that money. Thanks for releasing these new LLMs.
Oh yeah, that is it's like a boon for the entire world. It's fantastic. These open source models. I think the new one, Llama 3.2, has just come out with similar capabilities as OpenAI. I think they have released the ability to generate natural sounding speech with a couple voices. They have a couple celebrity chat voices in the new Llama models. And it's getting faster, it's getting bigger. They also have the ability to generate images, and it's all free.
It's amazing. Like, I love that it's all free. But it makes me a little worried for OpenAI, because I feel like their moat is slowly eroding.
It does feel like they're losing their competitive edge, and we've seen a lot of the board members leave. Their CEO has left. What do you think is happening there?
Wait, their CEO left?
Yeah, Murra Murati.
Oh, that was their CEO. What is Sam Altman?
Oh, sorry, CTO. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What do I think about that? Well, I think that there's a bit of a like a rift in OpenAI, where it seems like the people who want to go fast and build things and sell a product, and the people who want to do like fundamental research are kind of butting heads. Because I think, honestly, this was sort of a long time coming, because there was that failed coup. What was that, like 6 months ago?
Yeah.
A year ago? I forget when. But there was that failed coup where like all these people tried to like out Sam Altman, and then he got fired, and then he, I guess, like asked to leave. I don't know. And then he came back later. So it seems like this is kind of, I mean, I don't know. How could you continue to work in an environment where like you tried to like out your boss, like just fire him for like some sort of lack of candor? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm surprised it took them this long to quit, honestly. Like, I feel like it's like, how could you work with a guy like that? Like, I mean, it's like, oh, like I try to kick you out, but like, oh yeah, let's just like be friends.
Pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's like you can't. I feel like it's like if you fail, you just like, that's it. Like you had your shot, you tried, and it didn't work out. So
yeah, I mean, that part makes sense, but it seems like there was a bigger fallback than just the original people who tried to launch this coup. A lot of other people, seemingly on Sam Altman's side, have also left. But you know, that's the problem with starting a company with multiple people, and it's a lot easier when you are the single founder like Zuckerberg, where you can do whatever you want and explore crazy ideas like this Orion AR glasses, which is really cool. And it's kind of a tangential product to the Apple Vision Pro and the Meta Quest, which are fully immersive VR experiences, or with transparency mode with the Vision Pro, which has a pass-through to reality where you're wearing a headset which is covering your eyes all the way around, but it still shows you a video feed of what is around you. But these Orion glasses, they're just regular spectacles with a small projected screen on top of your glasses.
Yeah, but Orion is only...
It's just like a
it's not
proof of
released
concept.
yet.
No, it's not a full-fledged product. It's a proof of concept. And I think he put out some crazy numbers of how much it costs. They still have to figure out how to bring the price down and make it productized.
Yeah, because my understanding is that Meta, they have two different kind of approaches that they're tackling this product. One is they have those like Meta Ray-Bans, which I think they had like a partnership with Luxottica, I heard. So for reference, Luxottica is like this like brand that just owns like all the world's eyeglasses, that they're the wonderful people just trying to keep your eyeglasses nice and expensive. They make Ray-Bans and whatnot, and then they partnered with Meta, and they made like the Meta Ray-Bans, which like regular glasses, or they look like regular like sunglasses, but they have like a camera on it with some, I think, like limited virtual or like AR features. And then like Meta also has their Meta Quest, which are like much bigger, and they're strapped to your head. But they do a lot more than these like Ray-Bans, but they're also like much like heavier and whatnot. So it seems like Facebook is trying to combine those two together with their Orion product, which is pretty exciting. So it seems like Facebook is kind of just going all in on both ends and trying to do everything they can to get the technology where they can work those together. So it's like get the stylishness of the Meta Ray-Bans, and then get the power in these like high quality glasses, and then together, I think it seems like you'll be able to do like a lot of like really cool stuff. Like, I mean, like the sky is like endless for like how you can tie, like the possibilities are endless for how you can combine, I think like these glasses together. Like imagine like having just like a set of regular glasses. Like, I mean, I know this is a podcast, but like I wear glasses like every single day. And as an aside, I was thinking of getting LASIK because I thought like that'd be kind of cool. But one, it kind of scares me, and two, I figured that like in the future everybody will be wearing like AR glasses in the future. So it's like why just like go through the potential risks of LASIK when you could just like when you're probably gonna be wearing like some sort of like headset anyways. So I assume that like when these come out, they're gonna have some sort of like corrective lenses. But like, oh man, I'm ready. Like I'm ready to go look at my refrigerator and like for me to look at it and then it to tell me what the things I can make, and then it to prompt me as I'm making it. It's like, oh, chop the onion smaller, like turn up the heat, like don't stir it like that, stir it like this. I'm ready. Like this is exciting. I don't want to have to look at my phone when I'm about to go drive. Like I don't want to have to like prop it up to GPS. I want it to like draw arrows on the road so I can just keep my eyes on the road and not look at the phone. I want to be able to talk with it. I'm ready. These it's exciting, and I'm ready for the real-time AR glasses that are going to be reasonable.
I mean, I'm kind of excited too. This is kind of like the Tony Stark super sentient AI right in your, visual cortex, or maybe, you pair that with a pair of headphones and you get some audio response too. But these are definitely two different kinds of products. The VR headset with the big chunky Quest headset, and these lightweight glasses with a projected display. I would imagine that there's huge trade-offs. So the VR glasses are probably way more powerful, way more capable, more storage, processing power. The AR glasses, on the other hand, assuming are very lightweight, have a very minimal chip processing power. I wonder if it's like offloading all of the processing capability onto your phone or something, where it pairs with another device which is doing the heavy lifting, running the AI models, like doing the visual processing and listening to the speech and audio around you to relay the meaningful data on the glasses. And like battery life in a thin set of glasses, I feel like that would be a big challenge for something that has a display and is also processing data continuously in real time.
For sure, and probably even like heat too could be a potential issue, right? Because it's like it's right on your head. You don't want to like, I don't know, fry your brain.
And we're going through a heat wave here in California, as it is so hot already.
Yeah, and then next thing you know is like your glasses start overheating. But I think those things will be worked out. You can. Did you ever see those? I think it was like the Dyson headphones where they have like. Yeah. The fan or like the air filter.
Those are such a terrible product. A lot of reviewers saw it and they tested it, and it doesn't actually filter any of the particulars that you want it to filter, because there's like open gaps between your mouth and like that suction thing in front of your face.
I was thinking, like, as opposed to like filtering it, you could just like make it a fan, just like blow the air in your face. That could kind of help with the heat wave, right? Or it's like, have you ever seen those shirts where they have like the fans inside?
Inside a shirt?
Yeah. Cool. So like when I was living in Tokyo, you used to see like construction workers where they're wearing like long sleeves and long pants, but like inside like the shirt, they had like little like tiny like fans. Like the fan was probably like the size of like maybe like a coaster or like maybe a little smaller, like a silver dollar, and then like it would just like blow in. So they kind of looked like like the Michelin Man, or it's like kind of like blew up like like big rubber type thing, but it was like the fan. So like you can see like all the air underneath, and I guess it kept them kind of cool in like the hot days of the summer. So I think that overheating could be an issue, but we could just have some fans just extended pointing towards us.
Or have some kind of a wearable cooling solution like the 8 Sleep mattress, where you're circulating a coolant through your entire body, and then it like blows out the hot air through the bottom or something.
Like a fart?
So looking at these Orion glasses, it seems similar to some of the other products that were announced by like Intel. Intel tried this. Obviously, the Google Glass tried this decade or longer ago. I don't know when we can see a consumer product out of this thing, but what they have announced is the Ray-Ban glasses, which is constantly listening. What do you think about that? And it remembers things that you don't need to explicitly tell it to, maybe.
So like when you're saying it's constantly listening, is it like saving everything on like a server, or is it on the device?
I would assume server, yeah. But let me see.
But I think that as long as you're like aware that it's constantly listening, I think that that's okay. Like, sure, I guess you could like worry about like privacy issues, but I don't think that it's not like there's like a guy at Facebook who's just like, that's watching what you're saying, right? It's putting you with everybody else, and I'm sure that Facebook is highly scrutinized. They are looking, or I mean, like if they were doing something funny with the data, I'm sure that like the government would do something. So I don't know, for like the convenience of it, I think I'm okay for them always to be listening, assuming that I can delete it if I want to. So let's say like I see something that I shouldn't have seen, then I should be able to like go into the server, like select that video clip, delete it, and Meta, I would hope that they don't have a backup. And as long as that's the case, then I'm okay with it for the convenience, because I think that's kind of cool. Or at least if I could say like, hey, like I don't know, like if I go to like a birthday party, or like let's say I would do like a networking event, and I want to remember all of the people I talked to and what we talked about. Like I think it'd be really cool to be able to have like some glasses to say like, hey, like this is the person to talk to. It's like, oh, you talked to John, and John works as the CEO of a startup, and he is an expert in generative AI. And John just like moved to the Bay Area like 3 years ago, and that'd be pretty cool if I could like remember all that, and then maybe you could like store it in some sort of like personal database, and then maybe next time I see John like 3 years later, it would remember John. So then like I could say like, hey John, like how's year 6 in the Bay Area, like and how's your business going? Like it would help me remember all those things. It could be like a second brain, and I'm ready for that.
Yeah, the part I like about this form factor is that it doesn't feel as intrusive for other people around you, because when I get notifications on my smartphone, like it's a very disruptive experience. Like I'm hanging out with someone, my like wrist starts buzzing and I have to lift it up. Oh, look at my phone. And it just doesn't make the other person feel acknowledged or like I'm paying attention, even though I am. It's kind of like a reflex. Phone buzzes. Okay, gotta check it. But if
Yeah, they like constantly glance down.
if my eyes are, if my glasses are buzzing and like give some visual information in front of me, I can take it all in without
You can maintain eye
disengaging.
contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like contact is nice because it's like if someone's
Although no, you wouldn't maintain eye contact. You would probably like veer your eyes off to the side a little bit to look at the notification.
I don't know. You think so? Like, I feel like you could probably, and I mean, like, when you're talking to somebody, it's not like you have consistent eye contact. Like, it's weird if you're just like staring at somebody, right?
Right.
So it's like, I mean, if you're like a normal human being, you're gonna like, maintain eye contact, like, look away when you're thinking or something like that. Go back to eye contact, glance down, look up. Eye contact. It's like what normal humans do.
Sure.
For speaking, right?
But I feel like if the notifications keep showing up at the same place, the other person can probably tell that you're looking up at the same spot every single time.
Yeah,
Like-
just like glancing up into the right, up into the right, up into the right.
I'm just sporadically like shifting my eyes while staring at Mark, and I think it's a little unnerving.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on like where the location is.
Yeah.
Like, because I think that it'd probably be doable to just like have it like when you're staring straight ahead and just like kind of have it there in like your periphery,
Sure.
where you could see it. So I think that's like a solvable problem. I would think.
This is a tricky challenge with the UX. They need to figure out some way to make it non-intrusive, but also useful, easy to glance without staring at it directly, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like I was just thinking like some text floating by their head. Right? Like, it's like if you like, just like imagine like you're looking at somebody and you just see like some like green text, like maybe like above their head, kind of like they have like the video games like next to it. It's like, oh, like Shashank, and then like it has like all your stats about you.
And the other person is thinking, why is that guy with the glasses staring above my head? Do I have something on my head?
Or maybe like on your forehead, so it kind of looks like you're staring in the eyes.
Oh my god!
But like maybe like at some point, like when everybody has it, it'll just be like, kind of normal, right? Because it's like before cell phones, when you were talking, like you had to like remember people and like remember things, and like it might have been like kind of rude to like stare at like some sort of phone, or some sort of thing. Like I don't know, maybe not a phone because like phones are relatively new concept, but like
Notepad or
or like a book. It's like
if you start reading a book in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's still considered poor etiquette to stare at your phone in the middle of a conversation. I think the only exception is if that action is directly related to the conversation you're having and you're looking up some facts or you're noting down something that was shared in that conversation. Otherwise, it's still kind of rude. I feel.
I agree. I think it's really rude if somebody like is staring at their watch or like looking at their phone, like when you're talking to them, like even if they're listening.
How do you feel about glancing at notifications?
I don't know.
I feel like that may be acceptable, but too much of that is also
it depends on how often
Yeah.
the glance is, right? So if we're having like an hour-long conversation, you glance at it like once or twice, I think that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like if I'm having like a 3-minute conversation with you and you glance at your phone like 4 times, like checking your Apple Watch for every like little buzz or ding, then I'm like, all right, it's kind of just like not respectful.
Yeah, so this is a new frontier, and I think there's a lot of questions to be figured out, but it's exciting.
I am so ready. So thank you, OpenAI, for your dev day. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, and the rest of the team at Meta for doing what you do.
And Ray-Ban, too, to adopt the cutting-edge new technologies to try to push forward the old, traditional tools that we have, sunglasses and accessories, and merging that with technology.
Do you think Ray-Ban is doing a lot, like the folks at Luxottica, or is it mostly... Because I would assume it's just like Meta is doing like all the work, and then like the folks at Luxottica are just giving away their IP.
I mean, I wonder, because the hardware is built into the Ray-Ban glasses. I don't know if Meta has a solid I guess they have a hardware team. Yeah, maybe.
Like, because I would imagine that just like if they didn't work with Luxottica, they would just run the risk of being sued. Because like I think like Ray-Bans are some of the coolest looking glasses, and like kind of like sort of own that design type thing. So I'm not sure. Like it could be that like the folks at Meta are working with like the Luxottica designers and like working really hard to try to figure out like how to work with the constraints of the glasses and whatnot. Or like it may just be like, hey, we think this is a cool design. Let's like work with you. And then Luxottica is just like, all right, here it is. Like try to fit this in our shape. And then maybe the engineer's like, all right, we'll make it small. I'm not sure. Like I really don't know like how much effort that like they're putting in versus like Meta, but I would imagine it's probably far more work on the Meta side, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
That makes sense. So these Meta Ray-Ban Wayfarers are $429 and sold out. They only made a limited batch of like 7,500 units. And this Verge article talks about how it looks like a Game Boy Color, like an old retro see-through Game Boy Color where you can see the insides, you can see the circuitry. And they're leaning into the fact that this is a very tech-heavy product, and you can see like a little bit of the circuits inside, which is kind of cool.
Well, that's the limited edition one, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like how it's like see-through and whatnot. Just kind of neat.
Oh, the other ones are still for sale. Okay, yeah.
That's what I figured, because I thought the other ones weren't like that hard to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, the limited edition one is super cool.
Yeah. Exciting.
All right. Anyways, we are about out of time. We gotta run to the meetup next. But yeah, I think this was a great conversation, and we will see you in the next one. And before we go, one thing to note is just a little bit of general housekeeping. So thank you for staying to the end. On October 24th, we will have a meetup with a new sponsor for the event, Samba Nova. So for those who haven't heard of Samba Nova, they make AI products that does really, really fast inference. So they are making it so they have, I think they claim it's the world's fastest inference on Llama 405B 3.1. So that's pretty cool. They have like a little demo online. It's very speedy, especially on the high-end models. So they're going to talk about how they built it and some of the use cases for it. So I think it's going to be a really fun event. It'll be free. You can get all the details on the meetup page. We'll post it in the description. So hope to see you there.
Yeah, if you're in Palo Alto, feel free to stop by.